Welcome back to Networking Diva certification course. You're well on your way to being a networking diva. Let's talk about the 7 foundational keys to building an effective network. Not just a network, not just a bunch of people that your name may slide across every so often. You want to build solid, mutually beneficial relationships. So let's talk about those 7 things. Number 1, who are you? Many people don't know how to answer that question. Who are you? What are your core values? What are your principles? So think about that. What do you want from networking? So you have to think about that so you can balance out who you are versus what it is that you want. 2, we need to figure out who you want to connect to. So that's why you have to know who you are first and what it is that you bring to the table. So who you want to connect to and why. Why do you want to connect to them? And then create a list. Very important. 3, create your networking plan of action that will include follow through. If I can tell you nothing else, follow through is so important. Follow up and follow through. 11% of individuals follow through after meeting someone. So no wonder our ratios and we don't connect to people very well because people don't follow up. I know we're busy, but the fortune is in the follow-up. Have a great USP with an introduction, something with substance, and something that you'll ask a question. A USP is a unique selling proposition, and that just says a little bit, maybe a 30-second something about who you are and what it is that you have to offer. What you want to do is make it interesting enough for them to ask you a question. Yes, ask you a question so that you can continue the conversation. Remember, being social goes both ways. 5, we want to communicate properly and empower others. You don't want to use weak words all the time. And we'll talk about this a little bit more as we get into the lessons, but you want to communicate properly, even using the proper body language. Always use positive words and actions when you're networking, especially when you're first meeting someone. Your first impression, you give off 7 to 11 seconds is all you get to make an impression that says, I want to be connected to this person, or let me keep on moving. 6, organize your connections that you add to your list daily or weekly. Whenever you add people to your network, make sure that you organize that information. That way you'll know who is who and where in your network so that you can either refer them quickly or use them as a resource as you need to. And 7, please seek to help others. You want them to increase their network so that they can increase their net worth. Now, here's the issue. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to connect this person to that person. And you do have to be careful at times. However, you should not hoard your resources because there's plenty in the world for everybody. And if you have that mindset that you're limited, guess what? Then you are. So you have to think about things the way that you want the world to be. You have to see them, not everything through rose-colored glasses, but you have to see the glass as half full or refillable, never half empty. We'll be right back.